Welcome learners to my kcse revision channel. Teacher James Marita, Trigonometry Boys High School. Kindly subscribe my channel. Click the notification bell such that you get notified once I upload a new video. Today we are looking at kcse mathematics revision, and our topic is Trigonometry 3. Our revision today is kcse 1999, whereby the candidates were given to solve the equation of 8s squared plus 2s minus 3. Hence, solve 8 sine squared theta plus 2 sine theta minus 3 is equals to 0 for x ranging between 0 degrees and 180 degrees. So you have to solve that equation here. So this one qualifies to be a quadratic equation. So it qualifies to be a quadratic equation. We have 8s squared plus 2s minus 3 is equals to 0. This equation is in the form of ax squared plus px plus c is equivalent to 0. And there are various formulas which are normally used to solve this kind of a problem. You can use the quadratic formula. You use the sum and the product, or you can use the completing square method. But in this case here, the product and the sum formula is the easiest, that whereby you say that our product here will be equivalent to 8 times negative 3. We have this as negative 24, and then our sum is equals to be 2s. In this case, our sum is equals to 2. Then what are the factors that will give us a product of negative 24? And those factors, when we find the sum, is giving us a sum of 2. Those factors is minus 4s, then plus 6s. That 4s plus 6s is giving us this 2s. And when we find the product of negative 4 times 6, we have that one as 24. So this one can be written as 8s squared. Now, instead of writing 2s, we replace that one by minus 4s plus 6s. So we subtract this one as 4s, then plus 6s minus now 3. This one is equivalent to 4. From here, you can factor out. You group this one first. You group with that. Such that now 4s squared minus 4s. Our 4, we factor out 4s. We remain with 2s. That 4s times 2s is equals to be 8s squared minus 1. That 4s times 1 is equivalent to be 4s. Then plus, on this side we have 3, which is common. We factor out 3. We have this is 2s, such that 2s times 3 is giving us 6, minus 1, such that 3 times 1 is giving us 3, and therefore this one is equivalent to 0. So we can have this and this, which is 4s plus 3, 2s minus 1, they are the same, so you pick 1. So we have this is 2s minus 1, and therefore this one is equivalent to 0. From here, you say that either you have this 4s plus 3 is equivalent to 0, or we have 2s minus 1 is equivalent to 0. So from here 4s plus 3 is equivalent to 0. You get that 4s is equals to minus 3. If you transfer this 3 to this side, then you divide it by 4, divide it by 4, you divide it by 4, then the value of s from here is equivalent to negative 3 over 4. On the other side, we have 2s minus 1 is equals to 0. So we have our 2s is equivalent to 1. Because we have now that 1, we bring it on this side, it changes the sign from being a negative to be a positive. We divide it by 2 in both sides. We divide this one by 2, we divide it by 2. So the value of s is equivalent to be a half. So this is now the values we have solved the value of s. S is equals to negative 3 over 4, or s in this case is equivalent to be a half. Hence, we can now solve sine squared theta plus 2 sine theta minus 3 is equivalent to 0. From here we have s is equals to negative 3 all over 4. So we have the first solution of sine theta is equals to negative 3 all over 4, or sine theta is equals to, we have positive a half. And since our range of theta was between 0 degrees and 180 degrees, which is of course positive. We have positive, it is the values here are positive. So we ignore this negative here, and therefore we use sine theta is equivalent to be half. So we have from here, our sine theta is equivalent to be half. We find now theta, which is equivalent to p. We have the sine inverse of a half, which is of course 0.5, and that one is giving us, in that case, that one is giving us 30 degrees. But this is not the end. To have now the values of x, the value of theta here, you recall the use of a unit circle. So if you can recall the use of our unit circle here, we recall the use of this unit circle such that we can have the correct values of theta here. In our first quadrant, all the trigonometric are positive. In the second, we have the sine which is positive. Tangent is positive in the third quadrant, and the cosine is positive in the fourth quadrant. And again, you recall that here we have only theta. So we have only theta here. Here we have 180 in this case minus theta. This is 180 in this case plus theta, and this one is 360 in this case minus theta. So where is the sign being a positive? Where can we have our sign being a positive? It is in the first quadrant, and the sign is also positive in the fourth, in the second quadrant. So we have the values of x here, the values of theta, which is positive, so we can have the first one here. We have 30 degrees here, so we find it there, and we can also find it here. So we find it here. So we have theta. Here we have only theta. So we have this is 30 degrees, and of course we can also have 30 degrees here. Now you need to recall the use of this unit circle. So the values of theta now will be equivalent to, in the first case we have theta, and our theta in this case is equivalent to 30 degrees. So we have that one as 30 degrees. We have the value of theta, the sign is also positive in the second quadrant. So in this second quadrant, it is 180 minus theta. So in this case, our 180 is 180 minus theta, which is 30 degrees. This one is giving us 150 degrees. So the value of theta is 30 degrees or 150 degrees for the theta being the range of 0 degrees and 180 degrees. These are the easiest question. Get the kcse made familiar, get the past papers, mock papers or past kcse papers and revise. Do not rely on prediction. In an exam, don't predict that this one will come, this one will not come. And also don't rely on those people telling you that this one is coming in an exam, this one is not coming. They are not the one who are setting an exam. So avoid prediction totally if you want to do well in your Kenya National Examination. Don't forget to subscribe, watch, and share. Thank you for watching.